Hello there, this is Dave Allen for Good Geeky, and today we're going to have a look at what we can do to use GitHub to synchronise a vault in Obsidian. So synchronise across from the Mac to your iPhone or iPad. And the first thing we want to do is to create a repository, if you haven't got one already, in GitHub. Let's give this a name in my GitHub and we'll work from there. I'm just going to call this Wombat and I'm going to leave it as a public one. I'm going to add a readme file. I'm going to add a gitignore file. But if you choose a gitignore file, then you're going to have to choose one of the templates. So just choose whatever template you like. We will be changing whatever's in it later. And you can choose a license if you want, but I don't think we really need to bother with that. So let's create a repository. Okay, so now we've got our files in there. We've got a gitignore one in there. And we're going to go into that one there. And I want to change this here for using with Obsidian. So basically what we need to do with this here is we want to change this to .obsidian. So basically we're going to tell GitHub to ignore anything with .obsidian, and that's going to be either a folder or it's going to be files that are named .obsidian. So let's go through to this and we're going to commit our changes. We've got to give it a name first of all, or a label for the commit, and we're going to call this Wombat1. So commit changes, and that's all we need to do so far. So next thing they want to do is you want to go into the mobile app. Okay, so now we're on the Obsidian application in the iPad, and I'm going to create a new vault. And I'm going to give it the name. I'm going to call that Wombat1 as well. And we want to make sure that this is not stored in iCloud. So we're going to make sure that is not like that and it's like that. I'm going to click on Create. Okay, now this is an optional stage in the Obsidian mobile app to use a different config folder. So let's just go to this one here, go to Settings, About, go to this bottom bit here, which is Override Config Folder. And we want to change this to .obsidian.mobile. Okay, so that's the config file set up in the Obsidian mobile app. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to go into Working Copy, and we've got to clone the Git repository. So here we are in the Working Copy application on the iPad. And we want to clone the repository that we made. So clone repository, paste that in, click on clone. That sometimes can take a little bit of a time, but we'll not worry about that. It was done quite quickly today. If you're already logged into GitHub, if you click on this button here, you get a list of your repositories already made in GitHub, and you can just choose the one you want. You don't have to use the URL. Now it's optional to rename the local name of the Git repository in Working Copy, and I've got it called Wombat, and I think I've got it called Wombat1 in the other one, so it's close enough. It doesn't really matter. It's good enough. It'll do. That's just in case you've named it something completely different and you kind of forget which way they sort of correlate. So just get something that's going to make sense to you later. Now in the Working Copy repository, we've got to go to Share Sheet. Let's tap on the Share Sheet at the top there and scroll down, and we want to set up folder sync. And we've got to come out of this one here where it's going to go into iCloud Drive, because we don't want iCloud Drive. We want it to go onto my iPad. So my iPad, we go down to here to where it says Obsidian. And that's where we're going to put it. Look, Wombat1, there it is. So select that and tap on Done. And then we can click on Done. In the repository, we got the gitignore file, which is this one here. And as you can see in there, it's just got the .obsidian in the .gitignore, and that's all we need from that. So that's synchronized across, no problem. Now what we want to do is we want to go into Obsidian and start doing something with it. So in Obsidian, we're going to make a file first of all, and going to do this as the Hello World one. Got to do a Hello World one, haven't you? And just put something in there, and that's that done there. So I've got another file in there, and in the readme file I can add words into the readme file if I want to. So that's that done. Let's go back into Working Copy. When you're actually doing Working Copy, the first thing that you should do is just do a pull or a fetch to make sure that there's nothing been changed at the other end first of all. And then what we need to do is we need to do a commit. So let's go to this repository here and do a commit. And we're going to choose all on here. And the only ones that are actually going to go are the ones Hello World and the readme one. It's got this bit here, it's got push as well. and we're going to do wombat2 on here and click on commit. So it looks like it did the job there. Commit on main, got a hash, and it was transmitted, and everything worked out just fine. This all should be on the GitHub copy of this Wombat repository. Okay, so now I'm back in the Mac, and I'm having a look at the repository here on Mac20Q, and nothing seems to have changed. It still looks the same as it did before. We don't have any extra commits in there or anything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that one there. And as you can see, there's been some changes. Okay, so we've got Obsidian.mobile that's come through, and Obsidian. We've got the gitignore file, the hello world file, and the readme file. This is the one that we made on the iPad, and it says in there wombats are marsupials. If you're going from working copy to working copy, maybe that's going to work okay. We could try and have a look and see what we got on the iPhone now to see how it would connect across. Okay, so now I'm on the iPhone. And what we're going to do now is we're going to sort of clone the repository. So tap on the plus there, clone repository in that menu. And we're going to clone it from, so you see I've got already got these things set up. So wombat is the one I'm looking for. So let's do that one there and click on clone. And I'm going to click on clone. Okay, so that's cloned that across. No problem. Lovely. So now what I want to do is I want to create a new vault in this one here, create a new vault here, and then I'm going to go to the vault name, and it's going to be called Wombat. So let's click on create, go back into working copy. In working copy on this one here, I'm going to go to this one here where it's the share thing, and I'm going to go to the setup folder sync. And in folder sync, I want to go to this one here, Wombat, and I'm going to click on done. That is synchronizing across. Let's go back into Obsidian and see what we've got in there now. And as you can see in this Wombat now, I've just done the synchronization from working copy, and I've got the hello world one there, and then one there is just says wombats are marsupials, which is what I say put in there on the iPad. I've got the readme file which has some stuff in there as well. Okay, so let's go back into this here. I'm going to create another file here. Let's keep an Australian theme on this here, kangaroo. Okay, so that's that done there. Let's go back into working copy on here now. And in working copy, we should have some stuff that needs to be changed. So we're going to have to do a commit on this one here. And we want to click on all. In fact, maybe we don't do the workspace there. Just leave that out. Obsidian workspace. Don't think we need that either. But we do need to send the kangaroo.md file up to the GitHub thing. Just going to put kangaroo in there and tell it to commit. And it's also done a push as well. So here we are now back on the iPad. And as you can see, this kangaroo file came in through the repository into the working copy application. And then when it went into the Obsidian application, in the Obsidian application there is the kangaroo file. And it says bounce up and down. So I've added 2 folders in there, and we can put files into those folders as well. And what we've got to do on this one here is we've got to do a commit. But remember, because there might have been some changes done somewhere else, every time you go into working copy you could do a pull first of all. This just makes sure that everything is clean at the GitHub end. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a commit. And this one here is going to be called Shark. And I'm going to tell it to commit. But I need to select some of these things first to commit. I don't want to put the workspace in there, but I do want to put the kangaroo one in there and the hello world one in there. And let's do commit. So this is Dave Allen looking at working copy and what you can do there to bring files in from the iPhone into the iPad using working copy and using Obsidian, and it works okay. You could go with iCloud instead. Trouble with iCloud, I found that sometimes that things don't synchronize quite as fast as I would like them to. In fact, there was one sort of file there that I did on the iPhone there, and it just wasn't getting synced across at all. I don't know why. It was syncing coming in fine from the iPad, but just didn't want to know what was going on with the iPhone. And of course, if you've got that happening, then you could end up with merge conflicts because you've got stuff happening on one device that haven't come through. You start working on the device, and then you've got sort of things that are not lining up as they should do. So it's okay working with working copy, except that it's a little bit manual. You might perhaps set up a couple of shortcuts, have a shortcut which will go in there and do a pull in from working copy and then open Obsidian. That's one way of doing it. And then when you're finished, use another shortcut which basically goes into working copy and to commit all the changes that you've made. It's something that you just have to remember to do once you finish using Obsidian. It's not that bad really, because I mean, perhaps you just do it at the end of the day when you finish doing all your stuff in one device, or maybe you've just said, okay, that's it, I've finished using the iPad for the day, I'm going to do the commit now and just move it all across. You can of course go into the Mac as well and use something there to like Gitkraken, or maybe even using the terminal to bring things in from GitHub and put it into into Obsidian on the Mac as well. So there's a few possibilities there. One more possibility would be to pay for the synchronization that you get through Obsidian, and it costs about $95 a year. It's a bit too much for me for the amount I'm using Obsidian at the moment. It's something I would consider if I was using Obsidian on a long-term basis. I'm still sort of going into draft for importing most of my text, and now what I'm thinking of doing is I'm basically sort of sending stuff from drafts into Obsidian and also maybe into day one where I keep my journal. And I'm even considering the possibility of using Obsidian as my journal as well, because you could do that. The only thing with that is that I don't get the specialised things for journaling that you get in day one, such as the On This Day feature, which I really like. Okay, so this is Dave Allen for Good and Geeky. I hope you've enjoyed this video, got something from it, learned something about working copy and Obsidian. And don't forget to click on the like button to get more tutorials, and also subscribe so that you'll be notified when there are more tutorials on this channel. Bye-bye now, talk to you again soon.